Hey everybody, it's Joric. Welcome back. I hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. I wanted to make this video because several people have asked me to, when we got to the United States and moved back, give some first impressions of coming back to the United States after living almost 5 years abroad in Portugal. And we've only been back for a couple of days, so still working through some jet lag, so slowly but surely uh, getting up way early in the morning, and hopefully we'll get more normalized here sooner than later. But we moved back to Arizona, Phoenix, which is where we had moved from to Lisbon, Portugal. And the first impressions that we have kind of coming back is some of the things, the going to the grocery store, which we had done. We had come back on trips, is again the variety of just about everything on the planet is available in the food section, it seems like anyway, compared to in Europe. Things are more seasonal. And of course there's pros and cons to that. The amount of traffic, having wide roads, almost everybody needs a car to get around as opposed to walking to local places. But we have some first things first. Yesterday we worked on getting our phones updated, so we had US numbers again and getting a contract to be able to be with a US carrier. And now we have, in the coming weeks, we're going to be working on getting a vehicle and hopefully closing on a property. We have one that we're interested in, so hopefully we'll be able to close on that in the next month. But something that we missed and we really enjoyed, I wanted to show you some photos of being specifically in Arizona. I think that Arizona gets some of the best sunsets on the planet. Granted, haven't been all over the planet, so you may say, well, no, there's equally good or better sunsets someplace else. But that was something like our first night getting back. We came in at nighttime, so last night being able to just be in the backyard. One of the great things about being in the backyard was, no sound other than the occasional air conditioning unit going on. Quiet compared to our place in Lisbon, where you have jets going over every few minutes because we were in the path of the runway in Lisbon. Just being able to be outside, having a fairly large backyard to go walk around or play with dogs or just kind of chill. The space, I think that's something that we're going to need to get used to again. I equate it to being in the middle seat of an airplane when you have kind of a large person on either side of you and you feel scrunched up. I think sometimes that is European living, because you have to transition and get used to smaller spaces, smaller apartment sizes, or smaller homes, and not as much choice out there, which you realize you have to give that up if you're going to be moving to Europe. But here, more wide open, more space, wider lanes for traffic, bigger homes. And that just allows you to maybe a little more breathability, might be it. But just it was something to take in our first sunset back, and it was a reminder of one of the many reasons why we were looking to move back, not just due to work, the situation with our jobs, but also coming back to family and a kind of a different pace. We know that things are going to get hectic very quickly as soon as we're picking up with work again. There's definitely a faster pace here than there is living in Europe, but I think that that's a good thing. I think we're going to be used to fast pace, being able to really get back into the grind, the American grind again, because we are still working and we still have about 10 years left before we can shut things down and be done with working. But the first impressions are favorable. We knew what we left when we moved to Europe, fully embraced the culture and tried to be involved with all things Europe and really enjoy our time in Portugal, which we feel like we did really enjoy our time. And it's there are several things we are going to miss as we transition back here to the US. Every once in a while we're going to look at one another going, you know what, we're going to miss that about Europe or Portugal. But for time being, we're just embracing the goodness of being back home and reconnecting with friends, all of the stuff that comes with living back in the U.S. Things like, making sure voter registration is updated so we can uh, yeah, we can join the bleep show that is American politics. Yeehaw. Um, but we're looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to making videos where it's sunny, great weather, no clouds, not much humidity. And whether we're in the backyard making videos or in the house, you'll see more. And as we transition back into Phoenix, I'm going to try to make some travel videos about where we live. Many of you that follow the channel followed it for Portugal content, which I'm still going to make as I see travel news and news that pertains to people that are moving to Portugal. But I'm also going to try to show some of the best of Phoenix and in and around Arizona and the Southwest as we make our travels as we're back home. So thank you for continuing to follow me. Hopefully you'll continue to do so as we make more videos. And for those of you here in the States, I hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend and enjoying the extra time off. As always, thank you so much for watching and enjoy your travels.